Let's just set that focus up just right. There we go. Hey, what's up everyone? This is Kyle. I'm a graphic designer, photographer, and Zumba instructor. And I talk about how these things kind of intersect into what I do. So I have a little board that I keep kind of notes and what I'm going to talk about today. So let's pick a topic. Here's one. This one says, I found fitness in my early years. Later, it became a calling. Oh yeah. Let's get into this. But first, I think I should change into something a little bit more appropriate. Oh yeah, I think this works. Move, sweat, and shake. This is one of my designs that I made and I wear in my class. So I mentioned in the previous video, I'm a graphic designer, photographer, but I'm also a dancer. And I've been dancing since I was 13 years old. I lived in these projects in Pomona, and one of the things that we would do was have dance-offs. The parents would come out and watch us practice. We'd form groups and we would dance to R&B, New Jack Swing, different things, and we'd have our own little mock competitions. And I love dancing so much. My brothers were all dancers as well. Lockers in the 70s and new wave and different things like that. So I was exposed to dancing all the time. My mom actually used to play records, and the whole family, like in those movies, we'd just be dancing in the living room. And as a little kid, me and my little brother were watching this, and we got so influenced by it. And it's still a big influence of mine. In fact, records, Stevie Wonder's records and Parliament record, the covers were the reason that I actually got interested in graphic design, but that's for another video. When I got into high school, I also joined different dance groups. We'd have to like battle to get in. And we would go to the other high schools, house parties, or the local university where we would dance off against other crews. And these crews were amazing. And like the best New Jack Swing, hip hop, and house dancers. And I took that with me into college. The quad area, they would have a DJ playing. Sometimes they would play house music, sometimes they were playing Latin music, sometimes they were playing indie music, and it was a free-for-all. Just go out there and you just start dancing. And I've never been shy, so I would take the opportunity to just jump out there and just strut my stuff, and that opened up opportunities for me. Actually, I was invited to be a part of Mesa, one of their fashion shows. I participated in the Vietnamese fashion show. I danced at Indian event on the campus. I danced with the Filipino crews as well. So I was able to form like some really good friendships with people and connections in LA. And once I graduated from college, I still kept dancing. I started going out to clubs. I started going out to Firecracker. I was going there, from like mid-90s all the way till it ended. I had opportunities to go to Bordner's Cafe, Knitting Factory. I went to Princess Club. Remember, we used to have the club over in Hollywood, and yeah, I danced it off. And people will know me as a dancer, and I'm still friends with a lot of these people. But when I turned 31, my first daughter was born, and I got saddled with the responsibilities, and I couldn't exactly just go out dancing anymore. My friends would torture me. They'd be like, Kyle, come out. So-and-so is spinning at this club. And I'm like, I can't. It's my night. I'm watching my daughter. And they'd be out for like 6 hours and such. They'd be like, can you just like put her to bed and come out? I'm like, no, I'm not going to leave my daughter here. Fast forward a couple of years and still loved going out. But I got older and I was finding that I didn't want to like hit up like these warehouse kind of parties and things anymore. I just didn't have the time. But I was not in the shape that I used to be either from going out. So I was trying to do some workout classes at the YMCA, and I came across an instructor named Aisha. She had the entire basketball gymnasium filled. It looked like there was like 120 people up in there. I was shocked. I went to the front desk and I asked them, what's going on here? What class is that? And she's like, that's Zumba. And I was like, what? I had an impression in my mind in Zumba, like you probably do. Thought like, oh, Zumba is cheesy. It's just like wearing like ugly capri pants that are like neon colored or something like that with a sign that said Zumba. And hell no, I was not gonna go up in that. But Aisha was doing hip hop up in there. Yeah, I saw her doing like reggaeton and different things like that, but she had a style to her that was more hip hop. And so I went into the class. And first class, I was hooked. I just couldn't believe I had that much fun. Now, I had been going out to dance clubs for a long time, and I had fun, but you know, if you've been to a club, you might listen to the DJ, he might play some tracks you like, but most of the night, you might just be standing around waiting till the beat hits you again. But in that Zumba class, it was everything I liked compacted into 1 hour. 1 hour of intense fun. And I left that, I think I went to that first class in 2014, 2015 or so. And from there, it started this love affair. Make sure I'm still on topic. Oh yes, I found fitness. When I say I found fitness, I really found dancing. I did martial arts. I did sanda and catch wrestling and capoeira and some jiu-jitsu. But it's really the dance fitness that sparked something really in me, because I was already like innately inside, all right? So fast forward a couple years, I'm taking different people's classes, but I find myself acting up. Like I moved from the back row and I slowly start climbing up to the front row, and I started being really extra because I'm having so much fun. And it gets to this point where I see that I'm having more fun than the instructor. I have way more energy. I'm doing much more explosive moves. And the thought crossed my head like I would love to teach a song. And the instructors there, they were nice enough to see my enthusiasm and allow me to do a song. And, you know, it wasn't in the format of Zumba, so it was kind of whack, but it was still a lot of fun. And it didn't discourage me. I looked at it and said, like, okay, what songs can I do? I'm always listening to hip hop, and you know, I love salsa songs. So is there something unique that I can bring? And then in 2018, the feeling just really overcame me. And I went into a class with an instructor, and I saw that I was ready to lead the entire class. Like, I wasn't happy just doing one song. I was ready to hijack it and just do it. And so I looked for the appointment that they had set up to become Zumba instructors. I took the training and I got to work right away, building out my playlist. And since I was already known for being in the front row, the YMCA gave me the opportunity to kind of sub some of these classes, and that's what started it off for me. I've been at 24 Hour Fitness. I've been at smaller studios. I've been at the UFC gym. I've been all around to different master classes and part of different events. And my design work, while it has given me a living, it has never connected me on the level that Zumba or any of the other dance formats have done. It allows me to give back to people. And I did give back, because when we went into COVID, all those students who were taking my classes before found themselves trapped at home without any exercise. And so I started offering Zoom classes for free. And it was a huge amount of people joining in, you know, twice a week with me. And they would thank me for allowing them a venue that they could express themselves and also to release. And at first I didn't know how to take all that. I felt like it was a little bit of pressure to be this kind of person. I wasn't ready to step into that role. I was doing Zumba for me. I used to say when I go into class, like, I'm not here to teach you how to dance, you're just dancing with me. But after COVID, I really went in deep, look at how I could help out the community and such. And I started teaching in the park for people who wanted to get out of their homes. And I started a Facebook group, Kyle Johnson Dance and Fitness, and that kept growing and growing. I think I got close to like 300 members. It's not a lot, but for me, it's a lot. And I posted my schedule, and I was letting people know when I was doing certain classes, and I built a following off of that. That opportunity from dance also gave me the opportunity to teach other formats. I work at this desk, just like anyone else, a 9 to 5, designing for my clients, answering calls, writing up emails. And when the end of the day comes, I am jetting out of this seat, throwing on my shorts or my hammer looking pants and my t-shirts and got my playlist ready. And I walk into that room and everyone is ready to just act wild. And that's what we do. We do that for that 1 hour and we go back to do this. All right. So this is what I do for a living. And again, what I do here helps me connect with brands and businesses. But Zumba and core conditioning and strength training, that allows me to connect deeply with individuals in a way that brands never could. It's humanly unique. And it's changed my trajectory so much that I see a path for myself going forward. And no matter what I do for a living, I know to be living, I will be doing fitness. All right. So anyways, this video is kind of getting long, but I just kind of say what I wanted to say. Maybe you've had something that came out of the blue that changed your trajectory too. And maybe you do something at the office job and you teach fitness. Just let me know. Write it down in the comments. And if you like this kind of topic or something like that, let me know too. I'd love to talk about it more. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like this video, of course. Otherwise, I'll check you in the next one.